Welcome to Dubai of the United Arab Emirates. Dubai is a place of great wealth, glamour, and riches. In trying to transition the Emirates economy from natural gas to tourism, the Emirates turned Dubai into the seventh most visited city on earth. Home to the tallest building in the world, underwater hotels, and a man-made archipelago of the world, it is slowly becoming the hottest tourist destination on the globe. But what people fail to realize is that beneath all the luxury lies bad design and horrible environmental damage, specifically on Dubai's coastline. Dubai's projected coastline was to consist of the Palm Islands, which are Palm Jumeirah and Palm Jebel Ali, built to look like palm trees from space. The ring around them, called a breakwater crescent, was used to protect the island from heavy erosion. An archipelago called the World sat near, consisting of 300 islands, each representing a country of the world. However, a majority of them are unfinished, causing them to look post-apocalyptic. The island's developer, Nakheel, also planned to build the universe, which would surround the world. They also planned to build the Dubai waterfront, but currently, only the two Palm Islands in the world exist. The uniqueness of Dubai's islands comes from their construction. Unlike previous man-made islands, which were made from a collection of metal and concrete material, Dubai's islands are made from sand and rock. This material was extracted from 3 nearby dormant sand beds through a process called rainbowing. It used this machine to shoot sediment in an arch over to the island's location. This may not seem like a big problem until you consider the numerous environmental impacts of this process. The disruption of sediment caused a phenomenon called sediment suspension. The particles left floating in the water from the rainbowing blocked the vision of sunlight to the ocean floor. These small particles also got stuck in fish gills and the lungs of marine life. Once settled on the ocean bed, storms would resuspend the particles in the water. These sediment plumes spread 25 kilometers out from the edges of the palm, affecting a good 75 kilometers squared of area, meaning that a majority of fish probably did not make it out of the affected area even if they tried to. And not to mention, the relocation of sediment meant the burial and subsequent death of coral beds. The worst part is that this could have been avoided had Nakheel, the developer, used silt screens, a large cloth to collect silt, during the construction process, but they did not. The world islands were a whole different problem. The world included 300 islands, each representing countries of the world. These were then sold to private investors, but due to Nakheel's debts and lawsuits, development on these islands had to be halted, and they were screwed by real estate drops in the Emirates. About 70% of the world islands were sold before it hit the news that the islands were sinking. According to NASA, these islands are sinking at a rate of 5 millimeters per year. The sand that was used to form the islands is slowly returning to its original place. Coupled with the fact that the sea levels are rising, it will surprise no one if they will be completely underwater in a matter of years. Dubai's ocean is not a lost cause, however, because marine life is making a return back into the ecosystem. According to the national news, about 100 species of fish and 20 coral species have been recorded in the areas around the outward side of the breakwaters of Palm Jumeirah. In about 30 years' time, Dubai's coastline may have an even more interesting ecosystem than before.